convenient that we're already in the Fit realm. I just can't believe it. Dude, look at that. Look at that underwater detail. My goodness. It's like playing Kingdom Hearts 3. Exploring the Caribbean. Very, very cool. So there's an owl. Oh, I found it. Wow. Oh, cutscene. How dare you?
It's populated by Danons, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danon defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
How do I get that owl? I can't jump either. Why can't I jump? Oh, you examine it from here. That's odd. I saw it pop up. I know it's here. I literally just saw it pop up. The examine option. I literally just saw it. Dude, the examine spots are weird. They're so jank. There we go. Right eye patch. Dude, we have 21 of these owls.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Yeah, if we could. We can't go back yet. We will do that once we're able to go back, though, because I want to see what outfits we get. I wonder how many,
That's one of your friends, Hoodle?
Lots of owls here. I wonder how many owls there are and how close we are to finding them all. I would like to find them all.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
That's Rena, yeah.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived.
Is this Star Ocean 3? Straight up?
Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
She also has amnesia.
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori.
Same difference. They look the same. They might as well be twins.
She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
You're telling me.
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone?
Yeah, he did beat us up, so we gotta be ready.
Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Already disbanded. Dude, this is wild.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Yeah, no matter what, Shion is the waifu. This is wild. Alphen is possibly like, I can't think of another Tales of character that has this deep of a background. Now, I'm not saying Alphen's the best protagonist at this point. He might be up there though. I can't think of a Tales of protagonist that they actually have like a deep background or a deep past. Like most of the protagonists I can think of, their backgrounds aren't that deep. Like even Yuri, as much as I like Yuri, his background isn't too deep. But like this is like Alphen's like depth in his character is very neat. I could definitely consider like he's a really unique Tales of protagonist, if not like, you know, like I just appreciate the depth they gave with him. Very neat. But yeah, crazy stuff. Pretty neat. Like, you know, Shion having like basically, I don't know like what her relation to Naori is or whatever, but like I'm looking forward to finding that out. Again, neat past, honestly. Like Alphen, like losing his memories, like he actually turned out to help the Renans that one time. Now he just feels all this regret. Good stuff. Tales of Arise is doing phenomenal with the characters, and like it's not letting me down. As of now, I look forward to seeing more. Great stuff, honestly. Oh, now we can run again and jump. That's weird. I don't know why the game would block you from jumping. It's so weird for him. Yeah, you can't fast travel, right? Alright. Well, anyway. Crazy stuff. Are you one of the refugees from Pelagion? If so, I need to warn you about something. Our village is secret for everyone's safety. Don't do anything that could attract any Renan attention, alright? It's extremely important. I tried looking everywhere for him, but I can't find Maharvar. Damn it, why do you have to be the only one to have to go down with the ship? There's no way he's dead, right? That's a starfish. 2 starfish. Seems like there's been a big shipwreck. People and things keep washing in with the tide lately. After that nasty shipwreck, I'm surprised I'm still alive. Ugh, you and me both. I thought we'd be dead from that. Let's just start talking to the party after this. The coastline up ahead is swarming with Zoogles. I won't stop you from going, but don't bring any of them back to the village. Of course not. What's up, Kisara?
What do you see out there?
Zoogles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, Sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Great pep talk. Using Alphen's advice for what he gave Kisara against him. Classic. We're saving Dohalim for last.